The temporary order from November of this year settled most of it. I believe, Your Honor, the main issue you had was visitation, possession, access. State understands that Mr. DeGrasse was convicted of indecent assault against Miss DeGrasse. And so there was a question of whether or not he was on the sex offenders registry. And so State understands Mr. Glass has determined that he is not on the registry. And so, Your Honor, I guess start off with that temporary order to go through it. Established Mr. Grass as the father of the children through DNA reports. It named mom as the managing conservator with Mr. DeGrasse as possessory. Miss DeGrasse had the right to determine where the children live without any geographic restriction. The court made a finding of family violence and reserved the issue whether to grant Mr. DeGrasse any petitioner access until further order due to this issue of potential registry. Court used minimum wage for his gross monthly resources and ordered current child support of $331 each month beginning December 1st, 2025. And there's a step down to that. Court found that neither party had access to private health or dental insurance, and so ordered cash medical of $57 each month beginning December 1st, 2025. Court ordered retroactive child support on a total of $4,634.84, with the initial repayment being $74 starting December 1st, 2025. No retroactive medical or dental. Court cost reserved. And non-disclosure finding for Ms. DeGrasse. So, Your Honor, basically the state asked the court to confirm as is all the finances that were in there. State's satisfied with all the non-finances, although we don't really have a position on that. State understands that Ms. DeGrasse is fine with Mr. DeGrasse having supervised visitation, supervised visitation of the children. State understands Ms. DeGrasse is asking for drug testing to be done.
Who is?
The mom, Ms. DeGrasse.
Okay.
State understands that she wants him to take drug tests before doing any kind of visitation. I'm not sure what Mr. DeGrasse's response on that was, but I believe he can just say it.
May I say it, sir? Yes, I'm
No,
100% fine.
no. I'm sorry, sir. Wait until the state finishes, and then because of that special request, I will allow you to make an opening statement in a moment. Thank you, sir. You may proceed, Mr. Welch.
Yes, Your Honor. And so the state asked the court to portion court costs. And the state asked for a final order today. And state believes we can get it done.
All right. Mr. Glass.
Well, Your Honor, as is usual, Mr. Welch has pretty much done most of my opening also. The only thing that I did find on Mr. DeGrasse was from convicted in October of 24 for a misdemeanor indecent assault class A on Mrs. DeGrasse in September of 24. I don't see anything about a protective order or anything that would affect his ability to have possession and access to the children, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, sir. I'm gonna go ahead and get some testimony circumstances and find out what's been going on since this assault conviction. and we'll take that from there. All right, Mr. Grassi, your turn, sir. You can make an opening statement. Again, the opening statement is just to tell the court what you're asking me to do here today, sir. That's all. Don't give me information. We'll get that when you're under oath and testifying. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Yes, I'm willing to do a drug test if that's what she needs. I have not seen my children since the incident. She has visited me.
Okay, sir. Again, what are you asking me to do? Then don't you're giving me information now. I know you're
Okay,
not a
sorry, sir.
lawyer, but
I
that's
apologize.
okay. I get you. You're willing to do the drug testing. You're asking for access to your children. Anything specific as far as the access concerned that you're requesting, sir?
Just access, like maybe a weekend would be perfect.
Okay. All right. I'm going to ask both of y'all, Mr. and Ms. DeGrasse, to turn on your videos and raise your right hands. And ma'am, you need to unmute yourself. I can get you under oath, and we'll take it from there.
I'm
Okay.
sorry, sir. I don't have a video.
All right, then just raise your right hands. Then, did both of you solemnly swear or affirm any testimony you're going to give here today is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you?
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you're both officially under oath. I'm going to let the state call you as witnesses. The ad litem will have the opportunity to cross-examine. And at the end of the hearing, if you either of you wish to make a closing statement, you can do so. But this time, you can call your first witness, Mr. Welch. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. State calls Says DeGrasse. What is your full name?
Chase DeGrasse,
What are the full names of children in this case?
Lilu Winter DeGrasse, Gemma Autumn DeGrasse, and Ada Summer DeGrasse.
When was Lilu born?
She was born April 21st, 2025.
You mean 2015?
I mean, sorry, 2015, sorry.
Hey, man,
I
you've been about
just
10
had her.
years, okay? If you want her to be a teenager, you don't want her to be a teenager for a while, I'm sorry about that, okay?
So how old is Lulu?
Lilu, she's 10 now.
And when was Gemma born?
Shortly after, she was March 2nd, 2016.
So how old is Gemma?
She is 8.
And when was
she's
Ada?
9 now.
When was Ada born?
Ada was November 19th, 2018.
So how old is she?
She just turned 7.
All right. So besides the visitation, are you okay with the temporary order that you signed and the court signed back in November of this year? Are you fine with that being the final order?
Yeah, I just want to make sure I understand because I heard him say weekend, but I thought it was just like we discussed, like a day, and it would be.
That ma'am, the weekend is what he's requesting. That's not what is ordered so far. Thank you.
Okay.
And so, in your own words, what kind of what kind of possession access do you believe Mr. Grass should have to the children? If you don't know, just you can say that.
I don't know at the moment.
Do you want Mr. DeGrasse to take some kind of drug test before any visitation?
I guess it wouldn't have to be every visitation. I just want to know that he's good and on a good path, and that when he's visiting with the girls, he's all there.
Do you have access to a automobile? I think you froze on me, or maybe I froze.
No, you're
Can
fine.
you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am. So if you could repeat did you hear my question?
Yes. Do I have access to an automobile? Yes.
So do you?
Yes. Can you hear me, or am I not?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Yes. Sorry.
So what county do you live in?
Bell County.
What is your work schedule like?
Off by like 3 to pick up the kids from school.
So, I mean, I guess to be more specific, how many days per week do you work?
It changes every week.
So, like Monday through Friday, or
Sometimes weekends. So it just kind of depends.
and you would typically get off at 3 o'clock?
Yeah, or a little earlier because the girls get out at 3:35. So I always have to make sure I'm there to get in line.
And on the weekends, when when you have to work the weekends, when do you typically get off?
Um, Pretty early. I do mornings, and that way if my mom is with them, they just have her for breakfast and then that's it.
And um, are you aware? Have you ever been to the Clean Mall?
The clean mall? Yes.
Pass a witness.
All right. Let's see. The oldest child is still okay. It's 10 years old. Okay, got it. All right. Mr. Glass, you're a witness.
No questions, Your Honor.
All right, go ahead and call your ma'am. I'll be back in just a moment. Mr. Welch, call your next witness, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. State calls Gavin DeGrasse. What is your full name?
Gavin Francis DeGrasse.
All right, and just so that make sure we got everything settled, is the temporary order that you signed, I signed, the judge signed back in November of this year, is it tolerable for you to be made, except for the visitation, to be made as part of the final order?
Yes, sir.
All right. So first of all, what county do you live in?
Bell County, sir.
Do you have access to an automobile?
No, sir, just an electric bicycle.
Have you ever been to the Clean Mall?
Yes, sir.
So, in your own words, what kind of possession access would you like to the children?
1 day out of the week would be fine.
Are you okay with the court ordering a drug test before you can do your visitation?
Yes, sir. I have no issue with that at all.
Do you have a specific day in mind?
No, sir. Any day that
Well, it's gonna have to be a weekend, sir, because they're in school. So yeah.
okay, then
Right, I know what I need to do with that one. Thank you.
then I think a Sunday would be perfect.
Do you work on the weekends, sir?
Uh, like I said earlier, like I want that program to find
Oh,
out.
Your Honor, I forgot to announce my opening. State understands that Mr. DeGrasse would like to be part of NC Choices, and since he lives in this county,
Okay, I'll grant that.
so
Thank you, Your Honor.
Right now, I'm sorry. Are you working anywhere?
No, just I'm giving plasma and for food, and I have a friend that's helping me out. He's giving me construction work, so I'm working that, but it's he's under contract, so he works wherever it works, and if he needs help, he'll call me and I help him out, but it's random.
Okay, so yeah, NCP choices is definitely needed. Thank you. All right, you may proceed with your next question, Mr. Welch.
thank you, Your Honor. Pass the witness.
All right, Mr. Glass.
No questions, Your Honor.
Okay. You know, I was really trying to make this a final order. I really was, but I need one more. I need one more detail from the father, and yeah, well, it is what it is. All right. Any other witnesses to this time, Mr. Welch?
Your Honor, what is that detail? Maybe I can ask him and he would know.
Yeah, no, the detail is he needs to take a drug test, sir, and get a job. Those are two, because I don't mind doing the minimum wage presumption, but I really can't make, and ma'am, I'm only looking at one drug test, so I'm only looking at doing a very, very short extension to get that drug test done. And since looks like he is financially unable to take care of a hair follicle test at this point, I'm going to have to leave that up to Mr. Glass to get that taken care of. And we can get this probably thing wrapped up next month easy enough. But again, without that drug test, the court's dismissing the viable part, because based on this charge and everything and what's out there, I don't mind giving the dad, I don't mind doing break-in business to get dad started and get him to 1 week, 1 day a month doing daylight hours only until further order of the court. But before I can even get that far, I need to know whether or not he's clean of drugs. So it's just one of those things. We just have to take care of that. So what I'm looking at doing, folks, is right now just keeping this thing as is. I'm looking at going ahead and allowing the Atlanta to set up a draw at any test now in Harker Heights or Killeen, whichever is probably the most convenient for your location, sir, and for you to do a hair follicle test or a fingernail test where I can see 10-panel test where I can see that you're clean for all over several months for several items, and that way I can see about what kind of visitation I want to give you for going forward. Are you up for that, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, ma'am. Well, obviously you don't have to do. I'm not going to order you to take a test. I'm going to go order him to take that test and get that information back and get this taken care of. And of course, at the end of that, I'm going to order. I'm sure negative but positive. I'm going to order you to repay the cost on that, and hopefully by then NCP choices are kicked in, and you at least got some good prospects for a job going forward. If not a job, where I can get out of minimum wage presumption. So. Ma'am, is there any problem with what I'm looking at doing it for you?
No, not at all.
All right, then. All right, Mr. Welch, I'm looking at this is the 11th of December. So with Christmas and everything else coming forward, I want to get back at January, though, on one of our general dockets is, well, let me bring up Zoom calendar because they want their own calendar these days. All right, let's get into the January. Let's see that. All right, I got a general docket for you guys. Oh no, that's Falls County week. All right, then. Should have had one on that date. All right. All right, Mr. Glass, are you here on either Tuesdays the 12th of January or Thursday the 15th of January, general docket, or the general docket on the 29th of January? Are you on any of those, or will any of those fit your schedule, sir?
You said the 12th, 15th, 15th, I'm there, Judge.
Okay, all right, that's great. All right, what I'm looking at doing, folks, is having Mr. Glass go ahead and set up the DNA, DNA judges. Yeah, well, that's just that. Yeah, go ahead and set up the drug testing from any test now. Like I say, for hair follicle, sir, I will order you to complete that test on the date that, and I'm going to try to have Mr. Glass go ahead and set it up for either this coming Saturday or the following Saturday, and you're ordered to complete that on that date, and he'll give you notice of when you have to do that. And I'm going to reset this matter for the 15th of January. And once we get the test results, I can come up with a break-in visitation package that fits those results. Again, ma'am, I'm asking for a long-term test. That way, if he's completely clear, it goes back, no matter what you take, it goes back somewhere between 90 and 180 days. So that means he's been good for the last 3 months at least. And I'm going to go ahead and look at making a permanent order and giving him, but I'll do break-in periods to get him up to speed with seeing the girls again, and then giving him that 1 day a week until further order, with her being at a specific spot. So at this time, Ms. DeGrasse, do you have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
You have any problem? Again, ma'am, I'm looking at it on the 15th, but like I said, the only thing we're coming back on the 15th for is me to get a copy of that testing and for me to make a ruling. So hopefully your folks will be out long before noon next time. All right, thank you. Mr. DeGrasse, any questions, anything else, sir? Anything you have a question about?
The only question, sir, is like, since we're starting on the next month, on the 15th, do I still have to pay child support for
Oh,
this
yeah.
one?
Oh, yeah. Yes,
All
sir.
right, I haven't received any information on how to pay that.
You will get that in the new order, sir. The one
Okay,
you
thank
get
you, sir.
today. And again, you're not behind until it needs to be paid on it before the 31st day of the month. Otherwise, you're behind, sir. All right.
Okay.
All right. Anything else, sir?
No, sir. Thank you.
All right, everybody. Again, like I said, I was trying to make this the final, but again, sir, once we get this one little dot, or this one little I dotted, we'll be able to go ahead and come up with a final order. And like I say, I already got one in mind, so I'll see everybody on the 15th, unless that turns out to be one of those good old Bell County ice days. But hopefully it will not. Yes, sir, Mr. Glass.
Your Honor, could you put Mr. DeGrasse and I in a breakout? I need to give him some contact info.
All right, good enough. I'm sorry, Ms. Walker do that for y'all at the end of the hearing. And Ms. Walker, Mr. Welch put him back in the breakout room. Is Ms. Gross free to go at this time, Mr. Welch? You need her back in breakout also.
Well, Your Honor, so do you want the drug testing to be written down?
Oh yeah, it needs to be part of the order. So yeah.
All right, Your Honor, I'll do an in-suite choices order with me and Mr. DeGrasse, and I'll do the reset with the drug testing order language in there.
Okay, good. That'll work.
So Mr. DeGrasse, if you could just stay in a breakout room, it won't take too long for us to get this done.
Yeah, man, it's a 2-page order he's gonna do for you, so it won't take any time at all. So that way we'll get that all signed off on and get it done today. All right, everybody, thank y'all all very much, ma'am. You and the girls have a great and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and I'll see y'all after the New Year is up and running. And well, I'm not gonna say anything online about where the Dallas Cowboys will be after the New Year, okay? But we will see, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, have a good day, sir.
Anyway, just hang around, folks, and y'all going back to breakout. We're off the record, and I'm gonna finish writing this one up. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
We have a very limited issue right now. There is a temporary order in place that takes care of most issues on a temporary basis. The one issue that has become unworkable is that the visitation was, first of all, for some reason, there was a standard possession order attached to the back, but not referenced inside. It was only supervised in the order. So I would ask that the standard possession order not be attached. But what the court order said was that the father would have supervised visitation on Tuesdays and Thursdays from noon until 6 at his mother's house. So at the paternal grandmother's house. She's not here to speak as a witness, but I'm going to call Ms. Campbell and have her testify as to basically that no longer being an option. So we need another supervised option. So what I would be requesting is just that visitation be at the the Unity Supervision Center, that the father pay the fees for the visitation, that he provide 5 days notice to the mother so that she can make plans to be there, and that that could be on Saturdays from 1 until 3. And then that he is ordered to drug test at Compliance Consortium. And that's basically it. So we just need to make that supervised visitation workable.
All right, then. Thank you very much. Let's get some testimony from the mother, and we'll take it from there. Ms. Campbell, unmute and raise your right hand, ma'am. All right, ma'am, do you solemnly swear or affirm your testimony going to give here today is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you?
Yes.
All right, ma'am, you're officially on the oath. I'm going to let the ad litem call you as a witness and then allow the state to cross-examine as necessary. So at this time, Ms. Cusack, I'll go ahead and let you call the mother as a witness. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Ms. Campbell, you are Hilly's mother, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, and there was an order for supervised visitation in the last hearing that you had, where the visitation would be at paternal grandmother's house with her supervising, and that's because Hilly has a good relationship with her grandmother, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so Hilly continues to have a good relationship with her grandmother, but that is now no longer a workable situation, right?
With the father going to the grandmother's house, yes.
And so, without going into that, because we talked about hearsay, you've been advised that he is no longer welcome at, when I say he, the father is no longer welcome at his mother's home, correct?
Correct, yes.
So the supervised visitation is no longer workable at paternal grandmother's house, right?
Correct.
Although Hilly still has a good relationship with that grandmother. It's just something between the grandmother and Hilly's father, right?
Correct.
Okay. So we looked at other options. And so you're asking the court to award supervised visitation to take place at the Unity Supervision Center in Killeen, correct?
Correct.
Are you asking for the father to pay any fees associated with that supervision center?
Yes, that he pay the fees and books the time that he would like to see her.
And so once he coordinates that time, he needs to let you know about 5 days before, correct?
Correct.
And so, and whether it's 5 or it's, 4 days or something like that, you're just trying to avoid last minute things because that has been kind of the standard in this case, right? That there's been like last minute attempts to see, right?
Correct.
Are you okay with Saturdays from 1 o'clock until 3 o'clock?
Not every Saturday.
Okay. You understand though that he would also still have to pay for this. So the likelihood of it happening every Saturday from 1 to 3 is probably not very high. Would you want to do like first and third Saturdays?
That would be fine.
Okay.
Let's make it first, third, and fourth.
Okay. First, third, and fourth.
Right, yeah. But man, he was getting a lot more. So even though this is getting ready to be an expense, I want to give him a little bit more than just 2 a month. Thank you.
Okay, and then you're also asking him to be ordered to appear for drug testing as well, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And I believe that's it. So that's the limited issue that we're dealing with today, correct?
Correct.
Okay, I pass the witness, Judge.
All right, ma'am. I'm looking at going ahead and granting that. And again, I like let's use of 72 hours in advance. And are y'all using App Close to communicate, ma'am?
The app? Is that
Yes.
what you asked me? No,
Yes, I
sir. We communicate via Facebook or text messaging. His phone, I guess, is out of order.
Okay. All right. Well, what's the normal way? Facebook or you're usually do it through Facebook, ma'am?
Yes, sir. I do know that, at least on Facebook, I can see when he was last on. Where text messaging, I don't know if he got the messages or not.
All right. Well, here's the deal, ma'am. He has to let you know at least 4 days in advance that he's not only wants the visitation, but he's already set it up and the time frame. And I'll just say on Saturday afternoons, I know they have a minimum of 2 hours. If he wants to take it up a little longer than that, he'll have to pay extra. So I'll tell you what, I'll just tell him at 2 hours. He'll have to do the minimum, and he gets that 3 times a month, first, third, and fourth weekends of the month. And he has to let you know at least 4 days in advance that he's arranged that and it's all paid for and ready to go. And the time frames, just in case they can't do 1 to 4, 1 to 3, if they can only do 3 to 5 or whatever. But he has to let you know 4 days in advance of that. And let's go ahead, and he has to either let you know via text message directly to you or Facebook. So, man, here's the deal on the I guess that would be on the Wednesday before each first, third, and fifth, first, third, and fourth Saturdays. Check Facebook to see if you got that, and then obviously if you get it on your cell phone, you'll know automatically. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. So at this time, Mr. McKinney, you have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Is there anything else, ma'am, you want me to know?
Is there a way that the drug testing that it could go ahead and be put a date on this order that needs to be done by instead of us trying to keep getting in touch with him to schedule a date. I didn't know if that was
All right,
possible.
did I already set it? Did I already set it up that you pay that and and I'll have the county reimburse you and we'll have him reimburse the county, or as far as drug testing is concerned, Ms. Adlida?
Judge, what was in the temporary order is that the parties were ordered to coordinate with me, and the communication issue has been an issue with the father. So I really don't, and I know sometimes you do both parties. That your original order did say both parties. I don't know if there are any facts that suggest that both parties need that. So I don't know if that may keep the expense down if we just do the father for
Okay, let's
testing.
just do that, and I'll go ahead and have you set it up with. You say you're using Compliance Consortium. Where are they located now? Because they used to be right down the street from me. Where are they now?
I think so. Last time I spoke to them, I think they're kind of more in that industrial center, like where the loop
Yeah, I know what
is.
we're talking about. That's where the second Scott and White facility is out there.
I think it's in that area.
Okay. All right. Well, man, what city does he live in?
Gatesville.
He lives in Gatesville? Oh, okay. I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and use any test now in Parker Heights or Killeen. Let's use one of those, okay, because that's probably easier for him to get to. So I think there's one in Killeen. I know there's one in Parker Heights, because that's the one I always usually use. So you set it up through them, set it up on a Saturday, and send him notices as best you can. If he doesn't appear, we've done everything we could, and so. But you need to let him know in those notices that this is not completed. It's going to severely hamper what he gets as far as the final order is concerned when we come back next year.
Yes, sir.
All right.
And then, actually, I think I already had that. In the other order, it said nail or hair follicle.
Yeah, either hair or no. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. I think there might be any test now in Waco, which is probably a lot easier for me.
But Judge, if we do a Saturday, we could coordinate it with a first, third, or fourth, supervised visitation too.
So he can do, yeah, they close at noon. So anytime he gets through, he can go to do that at 11 and then go through his visitation at 1 o'clock. So that wouldn't be a problem. Okay.
Exactly.
Let's just go ahead and use either. Let's see. Do they have a Killeen, or am I mistaken? I know the one in. I think they might just say Killeen when they're dealing with the Harker Heights one in your lab test now. Okay.
Okay. I'm Googling it.
Yeah, me too. That's what I'm looking at too.
You see a Killeen one.
Yeah, there's one on Fort Hood Street, Killeen. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So yeah, let's use that one specifically. And that way he can come in through Copper's Cove and get it taken care of.
I will send that email. I'll send that address to Mr. McKinney. I'll probably call them before I do that and see, basically if that's something, basically how they handle that. And
okay, because I know in Harker Heights, they'll just have him either show up at the payment or you take care of it prepay. And I'm pretty sure there's all kinds of wiring and online ways you can take care of that. So, and again, I'll immediately reimburse you once you give me the bill on that, okay?
Right. Thank you, Judge.
All right. All right, is there anything else, folks?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Campbell, anything else?
No, sir. Thank you.
All right, ma'am. I hope you and your daughter have a great Christmas, and I'll see everybody after the first of the year. And again, it's left up to him to set that up and get you that information 4 days in advance. And if he texts you and say, "Hey, this is what your mom doesn't want you around anymore," you really got to do something to kick off your own mother. So, but we won't go into details about that, okay? So, but believe me, I take mine off more than times, and I'm a judge and a lawyer. So there you go. Yeah, those former first grade teachers are tough. I'm sorry.
Yeah, right.
All right. Anyway, again, folks, I'm having a good, safe holiday, and I will see everybody we're off the record in February.
Thank you, Judge. You too.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, but I'm gonna go ahead. It is now almost 1:30. I'm gonna go ahead and take my lunch break. I'll be back on between 2:30 and 2:45. And I'll see everybody then. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Mr. McKinney, I'll just email you that stuff if that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Can we go into a breakout room for a second?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Is Miss Campbell free to leave?
Yeah, she's free to leave.
Thank you
Okay,
so much.
Ms. Campbell and Ms. Kuzak, I just sent the reset order to you guys via DocuSign to sign.
Thank you, Miss
Okay.
Walker.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is going to be a default. The non-custodial parent is currently incarcerated in Louisiana. And since it's on a murder and gang-related charge, I believe he's going to remain incarcerated in Louisiana for
Well,
quite
at least for the foreseeable future. Well, depends on how far along the case they are, but yeah. Anyway, is Miss Johnson here?
she is, Judge. And
Let's go ahead and get her in there then, and we'll get this one taken care of. Thank you.
yep. And let me email this DNA report to Belinda real quick. I don't believe I've done that yet.
All right, then, as soon as they get it, I'll let you know. Okay, thank you.
Gotcha. Thank you.
I have the DNA testing, and we'll go ahead and get on the record. Thank you.
As you just referenced, the state would like the court to take notice of the DNA test, which is offered as State's Exhibit 1. We're just looking to establish paternity. In this particular case, the non-custodial parent is currently incarcerated and most likely will remain incarcerated for an extended period of time. So we're going to be setting child in medical support as well as retro to 0.
All right, at this time, ma'am, I'm going to let the state call you as a witness. First off, ma'am, I do have State's 1 right here. This is the DNA paternity analysis in your case. Is there any legal reason this should not come into evidence at this time, Ms. Johnson?
No, sir.
All right, State 1's admitted. State 1 shows that Mr. Gerald Skinner cannot be excluded as a biological father of the child in this matter. Probability of paternity is 99.999999997, with a combined paternity index of 452 billion to 1. The court will so find that he is the father and allow the state to proceed with Ms. Johnson as a witness, and we'll wrap this one up. Thank you.
All right, the state would like to call Ms. Johnson.
All right, ma'am, state your full name for the record.
Cleo Johnson.
Hey, Ms. Johnson, what are the name of the child or children that we're here on?
Caden Johnson.
And who is the father of Caden?
Gerald Skinner.
How old is Caden?
5.
And where is Gerald Skinner currently?
He's incarcerated.
Why is he incarcerated?
They said he's incarcerated for a murder charge, but I'm not 100% sure on that.
Okay. How long is it he likely to remain incarcerated?
Oh, I don't know. I don't have any contact with him.
Okay. But he's incarcerated for a fairly serious charge.
Yes.
Okay. And how long has he been incarcerated?
I'm not sure of that either.
Okay. You understand that due to his incarceration and the likelihood for him to remain incarcerated, the state is going to set child and medical support to 0?
Yes.
Okay. How is the child currently receiving medical coverage?
Medicaid.
And no further questions for this witness at this time, Judge.
All right, Ms. Johnson, my understanding is that it's again a murder charge out in Louisiana, and based on that, ma'am, I'm looking at naming you sole managed conservator of this child, and naming him possessory conservator, giving him absolutely no rights under possessory conservatorship statutes of the Texas Family Code until further order of the court. In other words, if he gets out before this child turns 18, and he can come back and ask for some parental rights, but until then, based on the court's understanding of his circumstances, I'm going to name him possessory conservator in name only, and like I say, hold off on any rights. You're sole managed conservator. I am finding paternity, but you're sole managed conservator with the absolute right to decide where this child lives and with who the child lives. That right's unrestricted. Unfortunately, because of his incarceration, I cannot order any child support or cash medical or anything like that, so I won't. And I'm not going to order any court costs from my other party due to the fact I normally would order that against Dad, but again, since it looks like there's no likelihood that he's going to be able to do any type of payments unless he's acquitted, then the court is going to just order no court costs at this time be due by be payable by either party. So, Mr. Gwen, is there anything else specifically you need a ruling on by this court, please, sir?
There is not at this time, Judge. I do apologize. I need a ruling on non-disclosure.
Oh, that's granted.
Okay, thank you.
That's easily granted. All right, ma'am. Again, you're the sole MC. You have all rights, and Dad, if this turns out to be a false charge or something, and he gets out of this, then he has the right to come back and set everything up. But until then, you're the boss. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right, ma'am. Do you have any questions?
No.
All right. May Ms. Johnson be excused, or we want to back and break out and sign off on this order, Mr. Gwen?
If you don't mind putting her back in break, I've already started on this order, so I should have it to her very shortly.
All right, then. Well, I'll let you or Ms. Walker go ahead and put her back in breakout. And Ms. Johnson, the state's going to get you a copy of that order by DocuSign very fast, and that way we can get your everything taken care of today, and there won't be any reason for you to have to do anything after you leave here today. Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you very much, ma'am. Hope you and your son have a great holiday, and take care. All right? We're off the record.
Thank you, you too.
Thank you, Judge.